Hi you guys. So today we're going to talk about Addy. I did recently make some changes with Addy's hair. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, and if you do, then you've seen my posts on Addy's hair, which I did relax the textured hair because it was just very frustrating to me when I was. This is what the problems why I relaxed Addy's hair. My problem with Addy's hair is because when you try to separate it, it's a tearing, ripping sound. So that means breakage in the hair, which I had a problem with. Even if you had moisturized it with the little squirt bottle, you still had that sound of tearing and ripping. You couldn't separate it without the hair ripping apart. And that's one of the reasons why I did separate it. And I wanted just something different without it. I was tired of seeing the big poof that I Instagrammed. I just kind of pinned it back and I did the post of the big poof. So um, it's now a lot easier to comb. I can just brush straight through the hair and it's no snags, no nothing. It's like silk right now. I wanted to just show you this real quick while I'm here. See this? Straight. Right through. My fingers run right through it. Silk. I don't know if you could see the shine in the hair now. It's a lot more flatter. You could see that? It's perfection. And I'm going to tell you everything that I did. Look, you see that? Look how beautiful that is. It's silky, it's shiny, it's very, very straight. I'm going to show you the products and tell you everything that I did to make Addie's hair a silky textured doll. You can see that. Her wig is so laid. I mean, I slayed this wig like till there's no end. Like, I did this wig right. I think this is what she needed, in my opinion. It's just silky and look how laid her wig is now. This is not a re-wig. This is her original wig too. That textured bushy hair is really some thick hair. You can see the shine in it. See it? It's silky and it's like perfection right now. Just wanted to do this for you guys so you can see how silky this is. It's beautiful right now. It's beautiful. You can run a comb straight through it. It's amazing. So I'm going to tell you some information about how I relaxed Addie's textured hair. I did like her hair texture. It just wasn't for me. I had it like that for a very long time. This is the Be Forever Addie, by the way. This isn't the old Addie. This is my brand new Be Forever Addie. I haven't really brushed her though since I bought her. So this was actually the first time that I really hacked through it with the brush after she was all relaxed and everything. I did all of that. So yeah. So these are the steps that I took to relax Addie's hair. I had heard that you can boil a doll's hair straight, which means putting a pot of boiling water on the stove and you dip the doll's hair in there, which I did do that. This is what I did. I boiled I boiled a big pot of water, and I put a little bit of fabric softener in it, like a teaspoon maybe, or 2 teaspoons maybe at the most of fabric softener. You don't want to overload it because then her hair is going to be really oily and very greasy. And I dipped her hair in there a few times while the water was still boiling on a high heat, and it did relax it immediately, just like that. It just laid straight. Okay. And then after that, I let it completely air dry. I stuck her over like a box fan. You know, if you have like a box fan, I put a towel on the ledge, and I laid her thing right there, and I let the hair just blow until it was finished, completely like dry or whatever. And then I had to take a flat iron. I actually had to flat iron. This is how I got it that silky straight texture. This is with the flat iron I did with this. It did not fry the hair whatsoever as long as you keep it at a low temperature. And I used let me get the flat iron real quick. Hold on. Oh, okay. And I forgot to tell you when I finished boiling her hair, when I was letting it drip dry, I sprayed this Express Locks Revitalizing Leave-In Conditioner for synthetic hair pieces and wigs. So I sprayed this product in her hair right here. They sell this at Sally's Beauty Supply. I highly recommend you get this for your American girls. This works wonders on their hair. It helps like detangle and condition fake hair without leaving it way down. You just do a very light mist. You don't want to overpower it and go all over the hair and like crazy. So what I did was before I sat her on the fan, I actually sprayed this product in there and I let it air dry in her hair. Now the reason why I did boil it with the fabric softener, because if you just dump it on top of the doll with fabric softener, it's not going to penetrate the hair. You got to boil it in hot water to get it to actually penetrate the shaft of the hair. So just a little FYI. That's why they don't recommend you put it on it, because it's not going to penetrate because it's plastic. But if you boil it in hot water, it's going to penetrate it really good. So I used the Ion Titanium Platinum Iron right here. It's made by Ion, so if you can look for the brand, it's called Ion. It's called Titanium Platinum. And then, as you can see, it's got the temperature controls. This is the one you want to look for if you're going to use a flat iron. Use an Ion flat iron because they have the little glass pieces right here. And what this is it does not snag your hair. Unlike the Chi, the Titanium brand flat iron will not snag your hair. The Ion one right here, they all have them little glass plates on it. Is the brand right there, Ion. And this glass plate, it's like a I don't know how to call it. It's very smooth. And you ever notice with the Chi, like if you own a Chi, it like when you glide into your hair, it tends to snag and break off your hair. This one won't do that. This one will glide through the hair. That's why I was able to get through Addie's hair with the Titanium brand flat iron. As you can see, it's a very thin shaft. They have different sizes depending on what you want. Just buy the Titanium Platinum Iron. They sell this at Sally's Beauty Supply along with this product too. And I used that to go through Addie's hair, and it actually came out very silky, and that's why it's got this shine on, because of this product right here. This revitalizing leave-in conditioner. It says 4 synthetic hair pieces and wigs. So you just want to make sure you use products for synthetic hair. That's the main thing you want to look out for, if anything. So I use this iron on 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So 180 degrees Fahrenheit will completely straighten out the hair. You don't want to go really high. If you're scared, just go a little bit at a time. Just gradually bring up the temperature so you can see how much the hair can take. I did 180 degrees. It took a couple passes, but it did get it straight. And them ends, especially on the ends, though, the ends tend to be the most coarse, and they tend to be like this. But the Titanium brand iron will bring it together and bring all the pieces and bring them straight, which is what happened right here. I don't know if you could see that, but the ends are very straight. Let me show you. It's not really coarse at all. I find it's very laid. And this is the result of the Titanium brand flat iron. It's very, very straight hair. You can run a brush straight through it. See? It's just brought the ends though more so. They used to be worse than this. There was like a witch hair where it was like this before, but the Titanium brand flat iron brought the strands together, which was amazing. So I highly recommend you get this Titanium brand flat iron. They sell it at Sally's Beauty Supply, and the brand is Ion. My sister just recently purchased one that was similar to this. It's a purple one, and it's made by the same company called Ion. So yeah. So you can get this wig spray at Sally's. You can get the flat iron from Sally's. I used this wig brush too. It's got the loops in it. You see that? It's got little loops. It doesn't have like the plastic beading on it. This is really good for your American Girl dolls. And it's made by what's it called? FATIN Strands. Fan Strands. Oh, you can see right here. They're not that expensive. You can see this at Sally's Beauty Supply. Just look for the loops right here. It's a very tiny brush. It's like the same size as an American Girl doll brush. This is a wig brush too, by the way. This is not a human hair brush, so don't use it on your hair. If you're going to use it on your dolls, just keep using it on your dolls. Don't never say, oh, I'm going to brush my hair one day and then go to my dolls, because then you're going to get the doll's hair just funky and dirty. So if you want to get your doll's hair silky, I gave you some directions. Don't come back if you mess up your doll's hair saying you told me to do this and it didn't work. Well, you know, just do this at your own risk. I'm not telling you that you need to do this, but this was something that I personally did, and that's the things that I did. So I don't want to hear anything if you mess up your doll's hair. I mean, you just do this on your own terms. So you guys, I just wanted to give you that little tutorial thing. I just wanted to tell you about Addie's hair, since I've been posting stuff on Instagram. And you can see it is very silky straight hair. You can see I can run my fingers straight through it. And this helps with the fabric softener that you put in the water when you're boiling it. Just put maybe 2 tablespoons. Don't put a whole cap full, because then the hair is going to be greasy and it's going to be oily. And be careful not to wet your doll's eyes. When you do put her in hot boiling water, try to avoid the eyes. You want to go all the way from the wig cap up to all the way down. Don't go halfway down. You want to go all the way and saturate the hair completely. Don't miss the top. The wig cap's not going to come off. At least mine didn't anyway. You can see it's very silky. So maybe you'll see Addie in a future video. So this is my favorite AG doll, Addie. She's the only one that I have all the outfits for and things like that. All the rest of them I just collect, and they just kind of on my surroundings right here. But Addie's my favorite AG doll. So leave a comment below. Tell me who's your favorite AG doll, if you own any. Let me know if this tutorial works for you. Let me know if you tried it, and let me know if it did work for you. This is going to be a long process of separating strands by strand sections. When you're doing the flat ironing, I would recommend you separate the sections, because it's like individual wefts. Separate it very thin sections when you're ironing, very, very slowly. You know, don't put the temperature too high, because then you're going to burn the hair. So just be careful and be cautious. You always want to ask your parents for permission before you decide to do anything with your doll. Don't just do it yourself. Ask for your parents' permission, you know, because you can't. This is a very expensive doll. You don't want to ruin the hair, which I did not, because I'm of age to do things like this. So just remember to like, rate, and subscribe, and definitely ask your parents' permission before you decide to do anything with Addie's hair, okay? Bye, you guys.